Okay, we're back for another session. I'm going to go ahead and level up. So I'm going to go ahead and add one to my charisma, and then let's see, that opens that up. Okay, on this part, we're going to talk somewhat about the furniture. It's all self-explanatory. You need to go around and scrap a lot of things. A lot of the furniture does actually take cloth. Some take steel and cloth. You have chairs, different styles of chairs, just some of the older styles that came with Fallout 4 before I did the add-ons. And so they just, have added a lot more furniture, chairs. You just go through and check what style of furniture you'd like to place within your house, settlement, wherever. Same things as before, your containers. You have all different types of containers, desks, old looking furniture, kind of looking broken down, beat up a little bit. Then you have your filing cabinets, trunks, and you have floor safes, a little bit larger steamer trunks, suitcases, things like that. Most of this is just all self-explanatory. Shelves, you have different styles of shelves that you can put things on. There's a specific way to put things on. This one here is a book rack. Let's go over here for a second. I'm going to place this basically right here. Book racks, you can, I'm going to get out of it. If you highlight it, it'll say magazine rack. E is take, R is transfer. So if you have any of your books that you collect under miscellaneous, like Grognak, the Barbarian, you can put it in there, and then once you escape, it'll actually show up on the book rack, which is kind of cool. You can keep all your books that you collect right here on the book rack. So let's go back over here. So that's just one. There's some more magazine shelves here. I haven't tried them. I just thought this round one here was kind of cool. You have magazine racks here. Then you have old store racks. Then you have like a double store rack here, and you have wall-mounted shelves that actually click onto walls. And you just have a wide variety of furniture that you can choose from. Then your tables. You have different styles of tables, coffee tables, end tables, things like that. There's a pool table, kind of cool. Like a man's cave, if you want to do a man's cave in one of your buildings. And you just have a wide variety of different styles of tables. If you go back further, you'll get ones that look almost brand new. And then you have your patio furniture, things like that. And then you have what they call the Vault-Tec That's a counter. That's more or less like a, let me draw it in a little bit closer, and you have a little steamer table type counter, and then you have this style of counter here, and then you have a little bit taller counter here, and you have some of the, just kind of like a wall mount type corner table, a semi-round, and then you have the newer style of tables as well. So, like I said, it's just a wide variety of furniture. Miscellaneous. This is just an old bathtub. This here, it doesn't show it because I don't have any fiberglass, but it is your bobblehead stand where you'll collect bobbleheads throughout the whole Fallout 4 world. And then you have counters, little foot ottomans, TVs. Once you hook power to them, you will actually get that test screen. Old broken down toilet, which doesn't look too bad, but you still, you got the outhouses now for that. Fish racks, just new decorations, new things from when you got the add-ons. And you have different styles. You have the short ones, and then you have taller ones that actually have like fish hanging from them. And then you have a cart. And down here, closer to the end of the miscellaneous, you get like brand new toilets, brand new sinks, water dispensary that hangs on the walls. Then you have different styles of dispensaries here. This one's almost like a large coffee pot type thing. You have exercises, which actually gives happiness to the settlement. Same way with the workbench, it's happiness. Projector, you have a projector here. And then you have a larger TV, kind of a cool futuristic looking TV. And then you have your newer TVs here as well. So that's all for the furniture. Like I said, it's a wide variety of furniture that you can choose from. Then you have your wall decorations, the same thing. It's a lot of new, interesting trophy cases. Let's see here, display cases that you can actually put things in and display them. You have angled ones. And then you have like a taller style of display case. Some of these take power because they're lit up. These here are, because I don't have fiberglass, they're power armor display areas. We can cover that later in another video. Then you have a heavy weapons rack that you display the heavy weapons. And then you have wall-mounted type weapons racks, different sizes. That you hang your guns and other type of weapons on. Then you have your floor coverings, which, don't say it enough, it's just normal things that you find throughout Fallout. And you have your picture or your flags. You have different. This is an American flag that you can hang up. Here is what I call the taxidermy area. Without the type of animal that it's asking for, Brahma heads, bugs, cats, dogs, death claws, things like that. You can create a whole different types. Here's one. It's actually a mole rat. Let's see if I can take it over here. I'll show you on the wall here. And we'll hang it up. And see, it's just a mounted head of a mole rat. Kind of cool. So you can do different types of creature heads. Here's one of a cockroach, or I should say a rad roach. Or let's just put you down right there. These are some of the creatures I've already killed. Let's see. Here, let me move this. Put you right there right now. And see, it's kind of cool looking little decorations that you can actually do when you kill an animal and collect certain things. It'll ask for rad roach meat. This one here is for the meats, stag meat, and mostly meats, and there's a couple that'll actually ask for hides. So that's basically the mounted creature section, and then you have your other wall pictures. Here you get some wall decorations that are posters, different styles of posters. You can actually attach electricity to them and they light up, so you have a wide variety of those. And you get into your little signs, notice signs and stuff like that. Employees only, no smoking, a restricted area, electrical, plumbing, tools, and then it just goes into other different signs. Let's see, here's little signs. You can choose the that one is ammo, armor, chems, clothing, components, food, guns. That's this one. Ingredients, loot. So you have a wide variety of different signs. Here's miscellaneous. You have a basketball hoop. These are the Eat-O-Tronics. That's an older one that looks brand new. You have a wall clock. Then these are from the actual barn. When you get the add-on, they give you cork type hanging things. Let's see if I can bring that a little bit closer. They're kind of floats, different types of floats, and they're just basically wall decorations. Then you have your decorations of vault. You actually can place a Vault Girl statue or a Vault Boy statue. This is miscellaneous vault stuff. You actually have Christmas trees, two different styles of Christmas trees. I call them Christmas trees, they just remind me of Christmas. And I think that's it on that. Nuka World, there's a flag. Whoops. My fingers are getting ahead of me again here. And I'm not sure why that one's not. It might be where you have to find Nuka World before that'll highlight. And then your miscellaneous items, ashtrays, basketball, hoops, campfires, other different decorations, cat bowl. One thing they don't have is a dog bowl. Cigarette machines, baby bed or crib. There's dog house. This one here is a burning trash can. Ice machines. You have a milk machine, Nuka-Cola machine, lanterns, you know, just all kinds of nice, neat, cool items. It's a nice big billboard. Big old trash dumpster. This one here is Vim. This is one of the new machines that they came out with. This is a wall-mounted lamp or lighting. And you have jukeboxes, two different styles of jukeboxes, and then you have, from like the Super Mutants areas, you have baskets full of blood and meat bags. Then you have crates, two different styles of crate designs. Fish in a bucket, and then you have lobsters, just all kinds of, you even have a new outside grill, ashtrays, radios, and this is an actual speaker system. There is a stereo, a espresso machine, another trash can, and then these are Brotherhood of Steel flag, Institute flagpole, Minutemen flagpole, Railroad flagpole, United States, U.S. flagpole, and then another, that's Sean's crib, is what it says. Okay. So that's all under the decorations and the furniture. Lighting is basically simple enough. You got your generators. You got your little generators, medium, and then you got, let me go out here real quick. You need science level 1 to place the bigger generator. And then you need, this one here is a windmill. It only, for some odd reason, the size of that thing, and it only produces three energy, is kind of weird, but that's a big wind generator. And then this is a generator, it's a fusion generator. It produces 100, but it requires 4 science to build that one. You have all your connectors and switches. You have little poles. Most of the stuff is basically self-explanatory. To run your power to different areas, you have floor mounted. Wait, try to pull it in here a little closer so I can look at it. There's a floor mounted conductor for attaching electricity. Then you have a wall mounted. It will actually mount right to a wall. Then this one here is a ceiling one. And then you have switch poles to where you attach electricity to it, and then you attach it to whatever you want to turn on and off. This one here is a switched power pylon. Same thing as what I just showed you. You can turn it on and off. These are switches that you can hang on the walls to actually use to switch, control doors and things like that. This is a pressure plate. And then you have laser trip wires, delay off switches, another delay off switch. Same thing. This is in it's another switch. A firing target pulse. And I think I seen one similar to this in another video where he shot through a window and it opened his door, and that's the only way you can get in and out of the place is by shooting that target and through a certain area, and it actually opens or basically switches the power on or off. This is the power counter. It actually counts the amount of power. So you just have a lot of the conduit junctions. This one here, you just have a lot of different styles of power conduits and things like that. Lighting. Most of this is just self-explanatory. You know what to do with it. There are light poles, lamp posts, you know, nice really big ones, kind of cool designed ones. And then you have like a stoplight here that once it's hooked to power, it actually starts, I'm not sure which one starts flashing, but it actually starts working. Then you have lamps, desk lamps and things, newer style ceiling lights, wall lights, just a whole variety of different styles of lights. You even have operating ceiling fans. So once power is hooked to it, they actually work. You have hanging work lights. You have large floor lamps. New styles of they're basically subway lights. And then you have track lights, single track light, ground. This one here actually goes on the ground and it kind of shoots up light towards whatever you want to aim it at. And they even thought of a mirrored ball. So, and then this is a strobe light. You need level 1 science. These are some different colors. This is white wall lamp, red and green, and then you have some other styles of ceiling lights. And this one here is an actual wall mounted light. You can see how it actually, you know, has the little metal pieces hanging down. And this one here is another one, just a little bit shorter wall light. See how it just kind of hooks up there. Then you have the miscellaneous, which you have a recruitment radio beacon. Once you place this and add power to it, attach power to it, that's the one that starts bringing a lot of settlers to your property or to your settlement. This here is a terminal. You can attach things to it, turrets, machines, other things like that, set programs and have it actually automatically do what you set into it, or what you actually are allowed to do with it. These here are light boxes. You can basically put them in large rows and stuff like that and create different signs and things. This one's a little bit smaller light box. This is a Vault-Tec population management system. This here is a pitching machine. It actually shoots balls. This is a junk mortar. This here is a firework mortar. It actually shoots off fireworks, and it's a small one. This one here is an angled. It actually shoots it at an angle away. This one here shoots it straight up. This one shoots it at an angle. This is a hoop switch. It actually has, if you can see it right there, it kind of has a switch pad right on there. Same with this one. It has a switch pad. Let's see if I can kind of like put it over here. No, I guess not. It won't, unless it's for a side of a building. And then you have a powered switch. There's different powered speaker. Oh, these are powered speakers. Okay. Speakers, pulse, vibrator, a sine, square, triangle, blip, explosions. And this one here is percussion. So then you have hanging lights, oversized Nexus tube, and then a decontamination arch, which requires fiber optics, which I can't make right now. Then you have your neon lights, kind of different styles of neon lights here. All your different letters. You have white, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then you have the actual open sign that you can hang up. And these are logic gates. They're different styles. Of logic gates. Excuse me. This is for manufacturing. These are conveyor belts. You have different styles of conveyor belts. You have long pieces, short pieces. Then you have an actual angle piece, right and left angle piece. Then you have an actual switch table that will switch it from one table to the next. Same way here, you have the right one and the left one. Then you have an angled conveyor belt, flat conveyor belt. You have a wide variety of conveyor belts here. These ones aren't on legs, but you can attach them between one conveyor belt to the next. Then you have rollers, just straight regular rollers. You have an angled one, curved, so you can go around a corner and things like that. And then these are all the left delivery. It actually flips an arm out that will push things towards the left. This one will do the push it to the right. These are conveyor belt lifts. So the stuff goes in and you can actually lift it to a second floor. This one here, you can offset it to shoot to a different direction. This one actually goes in the same direction and it comes out in the same direction. Just different directions, lift, on how you want to design a factory. These ones here take fiber optics. It's a laser tripwire and a laser tripwire switch. They take fiber optics and level 1 in science. Then you have your machinery. This one's a builder. This one takes armory and 12 power. Armory level 1. Gun nut level 2, and this is a weapon forge, armor forge, auto loom. This one here is an energy weapon forge, heavy weapons forge, ammunitions plant, which it takes gun nut 1 and science 1. This one here is an explosive mill. It takes demolition level 2. Pyrotechnic mill I think this is the one you can actually make fireworks for the fireworks display shooters that I just showed you. And this is a food processor. This is miscellaneous. These are the hoppers that, let's say you have your facility on the second level and you want it to drop down to the first level, use one of these hoppers and it'll actually hold it. This is a sorter. This actually sorts stuff out. Same way with this one. This is a component sorter. This one here is a conveyor storage. It's basically like an oversized storage box. And this is a vacuum hopper. Okay, so there's some cool stuff that we do actually get to play with and build. You have your marquee signs, arrows, then you have your large signs here, and then you have they're actually letters that go onto your marquee signs, and you have the whole alphabet plus numbers and stuff like that. Let's see if there's anything at the end of this. Nope, just little marquee signs that you hang on that big marquee sign. And that is it for the power. Then you have your defenses, which you have a guard post, which is a short guard post. You place them around your settlements. You can assign people to them to guard main gates and things like that. Then you have a taller one. Same thing, you assign somebody to it and they will actually stand there and watch out over the gates and things like that and warn people when things start happening. You have turrets. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you most of them because they require science and some of the other. This one is gun nut level 1, and then you have science. So most of these I won't be able to show you until I have a higher level in gun nut and science. These are traps. These are those electrical type traps that you see like hanging from the ceiling. There's a floor trap door, radiation emitter. This is one of them. You probably walked into a room that had these pointing towards it. You set the trap off and you're lit on fire. It's a flamethrower trap. This one here is a powered spring trap. Basically, you accidentally step on that thing and it's going to throw you across the room or throw you wherever it's going to throw you. This one here is another spring trap. Let's walk out here. You step on it and it throws you wherever they have it aiming, or it actually hits you. Never stepped on one. It doesn't sound like I'd rather step on one anyways. This is a saw blade trap. At the end there, it's a whole bunch of saw blades, and I think it just comes streaking right across if you trip it. This is a spike trap. Let me see if I can pull it a little bit closer here. All them, you set that off and the spikes come right up out of the ground. Stationary gun. These are those traps that you set with the actual tripwires or pressure plates, things like that. And then this is a stationary paintball gun. So basically, oh cool, you get to shoot people with paintballs. And this one actually shoots them. So that's all in the defenses. Here is resources. You have water sources that you have to provide for your settlements. You have a well. Then you have water pumps which need to be placed in a water source. Here's a larger one. This one produces 10 water. This one here is even bigger, but you need Science 1. It's a water pump industrial, and it produces 40 waters. But like I said, I don't have the high enough science to actually show it to you. These are the different foods: carrots, corn, you have gourds, melons, mute fruit, plants, and then you have razor grain, it's like wheat, and then you have your tomatoes. Then in your miscellaneous, you have, these are actual garden plots that you can sit inside of the building, and you put your plants on it and start growing your plants in that. This here is a scavenging station. You assign somebody to it and they start scavenging. This tub here is a Brahma feed trough. This is a bell. If you ring the bell, it actually starts bringing all the settlers to the bell. They will actually start gathering around the bell. This one here is an actual siren. If something's going wrong, they'll set the siren off. This is a fast travel target. Wherever you place that, you can fast travel right straight to that carpet. Like in some areas, I've seen where you teleport to one spot, but you land in a totally different area from where you think that you're going to be landing. Well, this helps you in your settlements or other locations, you know, in your other settlements. If you want to land in a specific spot, that's where you put it, in that spot that you would like to be landing in. This one is the old medieval pillory, where you lock a person into it. It actually requires a person to operate it. You assign somebody to it, and yeah. You have a barber chair and a surgery chair, which takes antiseptics to make, and I don't have any antiseptic. So that is all for the resources. This one here is the stores. Like I was saying, you need rank 2 in local leadership, plus it costs a lot of caps to start building these. One of them, actually, I think it's the Emporiums, the larger ones. You have to have level 2 in cap collector and level 2 in local leadership just to even build that, and it takes 1,500 caps. So you have different types, and this is a trader. These are different trader booths, trading booths, and they're all the same. You got trader, armor, weapons, food and drink, clinic, and clothing. And I'm thinking the trader one, if you place one in one place via the Emporium or just a regular trading shop, and you set one in another location, then you can start trading between the two locations, your two different settlements. Okay, that's all for the stores. Then you got your crafting, which is still the same. You need level 2 on your leadership to even start building these, which takes a level 6 charisma to even open up local leadership. You have all different types of crafting, your armor, weapons, chemistry, cooking. You have different cooking. You have power armor stations to where you can repair your power armor. Let's see, this one is a weapons workbench, different weapon workbench, and then you have the new Nuka mixer stations. Kind of some new Nuka mixer stations there. Let's see, now earlier on in one of my videos I was talking about cages and things. On some of these cages you actually need the material or the meat from specific animals to get this thing to set off. This one's asking for soft shell marlark meat. This one here is asking for canned dog food, 3 canned dog food for that one to work. This one's rad roach meat, and this one here is a Brahma or Brahman meat to make that one work. And those are the small cages, and they all take power and a certain way to set them up to get them to operate properly. These are the medium cages. Mongrel dog meat. This one just takes bottle caps. It's a gunner cage, so you actually can catch gunners. This one here is a insect cage. That one actually popped up because I have mole rat meat. This is another raider cage. This one here takes 6 jet to set this one up. And this is a super mutant cage, and it takes Brahma meat. Huh. Okay. So you can catch people, super mutants, and other things as well. And this is a large cage. So you have razor grain for Brahma cage, Deathclaw cage, Mylark cage, Rad Scorpion cage, Rad Stag cage, and a Big Nasty Bear cage. So then you have your actual arena pads. They look like this. They're different colors. I'm not going to set it down. This one's blue and this one's red. Red team and blue team, they fight amongst each other in an arena that you would build. And this on the miscellaneous beta weave emitter. This one here, basically you need Wasteland Whisperer level 1 and Animal Friends level 1 just to even build this. And then you have a quitting time siren. So I guess when you're in an arena and fighting, this one here is your or quiet time, quitting time, sorry, siren. And that's all that's in the cages. And then the raiders, I had mentioned those earlier. You have a raider flag, which claims a raider outpost for the disciples. So that, if you place it, you claim for the disciples, operators, and pack. So these are different flags, and I think these ones go with Nuka World. And then, like I was saying earlier, these are small cages. I'm not really for sure exactly what they are for. Then you have the large cages, and then you have I need skulls for spike posts. There's a spike post. Tall, they're kind of tall spike posts. This one takes skulls. This is just wires wrapped around the spike post. That one takes skulls. So they're just kind of like different styles of spike posts. Oh, okay, this one is a tent. Kind of a large canvas tent. This is a different style of tent, a little bit more angled to one side. And then this one here takes skulls. It's another tent. So basically I've gone through the entire workshop here, just trying to inform people on things that they can look forward to, and you really do need to collect. So when you scrap, almost everything is scrappable when it highlights. You do need to scrap because a lot of the materials around are hard to get. So decide real carefully on how you're going to build it, because in my last video on structures, when you build something and you go to re-scrap it, you don't always get the same amount of material out as you put into it. And that's with anything within this area down here. Anything that you build and then you go to scrap it, you don't get the same amount as you put into it back out. Copper and some of the other ones are extremely hard to come by and get a good amount of it. So this is going to be just for basically my next video for the beginning on the rest of the workshop. I will start my next video after this one on showing. I'm actually going to start building a couple of structures involving, how to incorporate an elevator into a house. The different looks. We'll work on walls around the settlement, different styles of walls, just different things, just to see how they work, how they go together, whether they look okay or not. That would be your decision on how you would want to build it yourself. I'm only one person, and my choices and designs may not be for everybody. I am just here to help give hints and a little bit of advice on just how certain things fit together and things like that. So I'm going to say good night, and everybody hopefully they had a great weekend, and we'll see you on my next video that I will post here probably within the next few days. Thank you very much.